One thing you want to make sure is that the strip doesn't get twisted while you're doing it. So just keep an eye on that. If you pin it as you go, it shouldn't twist. Okay. I've got one more after this to seam, and then we'll put the ball together. Okay, and I'm just going to do the whip stitch, and I'm going to pull in that thread to hide it. And just a quick whip. And then we'll do a little pull and tug and straighten the ball out. Now if you wanted to put a bell inside, I would tie it to one of these strips and tuck it in. And I'd probably put it in before I seamed the last strip. But you could probably stretch the ball out a little bit to get it in at a later date. And I've just used scrap yarn for this. You kind of want to keep the same type of yarn, you know, like if all the same weight, because it could get misshaped then otherwise. And I'm just doing the whip stitch. I remember the first time I did this, I did it and stitched it as I went, and I kind of didn't line it up right. It was just so frustrating. I ended up taking it apart. It does get easier. The more you do, then the quicker you'll do it too. Just weave this end in. I'm not doing any tug until I get the last color done, or the last strip. Okay, now we get the last color, last strip. And it does look a little bit funky, but that's okay. At this point, I'm just going to pull. I'm putting my finger in each hole, in one side, and just going to give it a little bit of a tug. Get the shapes put back. Kind of even the strips out. The strips want to maintain a circle, or you want the strips to maintain a circle. And to make sure it's, see, I want this under there, so I just tug it a little bit over and even it up a little bit. See? Looking more like a square, circle. It's actually, I mean, if you want to get real technical, it's not really a circle, looks like a Rubik's cube. And just even it up a little bit. Then go ahead and seam this last stitch. Find my thread, which I may have to tug at the thread a little bit to get it out. You're working with 20 stitches, so you should have, just pick up a stitch and stitch it and just work your way across. But I mean, you can do it with live stitches and graft it if you want. But you're going to tuck in the end, so really it's personal preference. Now if you choose to do the grafting, you will have to start off with waste yarn. You start each strip off with waste yarn, so you have live stitches at both ends. And just use your favorite seaming method. Take that last pin out now. And it's kind of a misshape now because I'm pulling it to get the thread, the needles out here, so I reach the stitches. Okay, and just stitch it across, hiding the other stitch as I go, the other thread as I go. Now once I'm done, I'll make sure all these seams are on the inside of the ball so that they're hidden. And you just do this for each of the strips. And just weave in the end. And this is my last color. I'm saying color because I use 6 different colors, but this is my last strip. You can do it all in one color, which makes a very pretty ball also, but it's confusing if it's the first ball you use. It's easier if you do it in colors. Okay, so there's my finished ball, and what I'm doing is I want, see this seam right here? I want that underneath, in an underneath position. So I'm just going to kind of pull it along until it's all even. See, now this one's not quite underneath, so I'm going to pull it a little bit, even it up. Make sure all my seams are even, and it's evenly pulled, and just kind of go squishy, 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 and there's my bow. See, and that's what it looked like. So if you notice, you got this, you got like the white makes a circle all the way around, just in and out, or the pink makes it in and out, but it's all the way around. Well, have fun. Make sure you post your project.